Hey guys, it's Eric from Quality Electric over in Somersworth, and today we're going to talk about EV chargers. Love it or hate it, EVs are here to stay. More and more people are buying them every single day and they love them. A lot of the phone calls we get from customers that just bought EVs sound exactly the same. Hey, I just got this EV and I'm only plugging it into a regular outlet and it's taking forever to charge. What can I do? So there's a couple different options. You've got multiple different levels of chargers, and in most cases, a level 2 charger is what they really need. Level 1 chargers are like that scenario we just talked about, where they just plug into a regular outlet in any wall and it plugs into your car and it charges it incredibly slow. Some of our customers have been telling us that it can take upwards of 30 hours to get a full charge, if they even reach a full charge. Just a quick point of caution, if you're at home charging with level 1, you want to be careful never to use an extension cord. Most extension cords that you buy at your big box stores, or anywhere for that matter, are severely undersized. So that really kind of chokes the ampacity of the circuit that you're trying to utilize. It can overheat the charger, it can cause melting on the cord. There's all kinds of hazards, safety hazards, and property hazards that come along with it. Even a properly sized extension cord can still slow down the already slow charge times of your level 1 charger. So if you're using level 1 charging for your EV, you want to make sure you're plugging directly from the wall into the car with no extension cord in between. Level 2 chargers, like the one we're installing here today in Dover, are the most common types of chargers. They come in all different shapes and sizes, and they range in charge capacity from 30 amps all the way up to 80 amps. Yes, there are some level 2 chargers that can charge at 80 amps, but you really need to check your manufacturer's specific instructions, because most cars have a top charging speed anyways, so an oversized charger won't necessarily get you charged up any faster. And lastly, we have level 3 charging. Those are what some people call your DC superchargers. They have all kinds of other different names. They're mostly what you see maybe at supermarkets. In my hometown, we have them right at the Hannaford. They're usually part of the Tesla supercharger network. You need to be cautious about using those. They're not really intended to be your primary charging source, so you really want to check your vehicle's manufacturer's instructions to find out when and how often you should be using level 3 charging. So when it comes to level 2 chargers, like the one we're installing today, there's a couple different ways we can do it. They can either be hardwired or plugged in. While that sounds like a small difference, it can actually have a pretty big impact on the type and cost of the installation. If you're going with the plug-in style charger, even though the charger itself can be a little less expensive than a hardwire, the price can actually be quite different because you need to use one of these. This right here is a 50 amp GFCI breaker. It protects you from faults to ground. It protects your equipment and the car that's plugged into. You only have to use one of these if you're doing the plug-in style. When you do a hardwired charger, the charger may be a little bit more expensive, but you don't have to use one of these breakers, which are specific to the panel and can cost several $100s for one breaker if you happen to have an older panel. All right, so now you know a little bit about EVs and the different types. Now we're gonna get right to installing this hardwired level 2 charger for our customer here in Dover. So today we're installing this ChargePoint level 2 charger. We've been installing these for about a year now, and we've had really good feedback from all the customers that have them at their house. This one right here has Wi-Fi connectivity, so you can monitor the charge time, the charge speeds, the energy consumption, and all that stuff right from an app on your phone. There's another great reason that I love the ChargePoint line of EV chargers, and that's something that a lot of people probably don't think about, and that would be the operating temperature range of the charger. Not everybody has a garage like this where they can pull their car into and have their charger right in here. Some people have to mount this charger outside. This charger is rated to be mounted outside as long as it's installed correctly and protected according to the National Electric Code. In addition to that, it can operate at temperatures well below 0 and well over 100. So any weather that New England has, this charger is ready to handle. This charger right here comes with the same cord that a majority of EV manufacturers use, so it's universal for most different types of EVs. The other reason I really like this one is because it has a little docking station right here, so when you're done charging, you can plug it right in and the end's not dangling on the ground, getting damaged and preventing you from charging the next time you need it. So like I talked about before, these plug-in style EV chargers need a GFCI protected breaker, and they also need a 50 amp outlet. One of the downsides to a plug-in style EV charger is that this outlet right here, even though it's called a 50 amp outlet and it's rated at 50 amps, we are not allowed to load a circuit over about 40 amps if it's a 50 amp circuit. So even though they call this a 50 amp charger, your charging capacity is really about 40 to 42 amps, where if you had a hardwired style charger, you can truly get closer to 50 amps of charging. That little difference can make the world of a difference if you really just need to go somewhere quickly. There are a lot of upsides to the plug-in style EV charger. Some people haven't picked out the kind of charger they want. Some people have their own charger. Some people also have buddies or friends, family members that have electric vehicles and they have brand specific chargers. If those people have plug-in style brand specific chargers and they come to visit you for the holiday, they can bring their charger with them and they don't have to worry about how they're gonna get home. Another important thing to think about is that anytime you're installing an EV charger, you're plugging your vehicle into your home's electrical system. So it's really important to make sure that your system is protected from surges, because I would hate to have somebody experience a surge, not only lose things in their house, but also lose the ability to charge their car and go anywhere. So if you're thinking about getting an EV charger, they also pair really nicely with surge protectors. We have a great video talking about the different types of surge protectors. If you want to learn more, you can just check that out on our channel. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you're thinking about getting an EV and you're not sure what type, style, or brand of charger, you can go ahead and give us a call and we'd be happy to give you a free estimate.